Te Ora Hou. My name's Sheyne Tuffery. I'm a full-time artist. Been doing it pretty much all my life. This is my studio. Sorry, I always get blocked after the first sentence. So, growing up in Wellington, you know, and as the weather's quite bad, and we grew up in the northern suburbs, Newlands, and so it's another different weather system because you're higher up, and so it just rained all the time. So you got to have an inside hobby. And so growing up in the 70s and 80s, you got to do something like sort of be playing ping pong and stuff like that. Sort of grew up with 5 brothers, so we were sort of wrestling, you know, on the mat kind of thing, WWF. But then it's like that. But then there's that thing, sort of me time, and then used to go to church on Sundays, the Pacific Island Church, and then afterwards on a Sunday you weren't allowed to do anything, you know, it was that rest day thing, and we're hanging out with some cousins, and they were all good drawers. They all had the Marvel comics out. Everyone's like, you know, who can do the best, you know, biceps and shoulder. And then me and my brother go, yeah, what's your name? And then it started from there. And then my brother Michael, he's an artist as well. And I just sort of watched him go. He was always slightly better than me, but it just made me go, oh no, I can do it. And then, but then when someone goes, oh, can you draw that for me? And I go, yeah, I'll bring it back tomorrow for school. And I'll give it to Michael, hey man, can you do this for me? And I'll take it to him. Jono approached me, a year or two ago, and it was a really good approach. He just said, oh, I love your work, thinking about doing this project, what do you think? And then that's a really good entry point, because I do a lot of projects and people say, that sounds great, you know, what do you want to do? And then Jono's got this like amazing big broad thing that he wants to do. He goes, it sounds like I better come down, you know, yeah, just because he just can't do that over the phone. And then went down and met everyone and stayed the night, and because I didn't know what to expect, because I've worked for a wānanga before, and I was a full-time tutor in Māngere in Auckland, and so I know my way around sort of, you know, Māori institutions that, but what Jono was saying is just I couldn't get my head around. It's like, well, what are you doing? And I mean, it sounds so impressive when you say he's helping underprivileged kids. It's like, man, that's awesome, you know. So I just simply wanted to be part of that. So I came down to see what he wanted me to do. And then, then it just started about the stories. I sort of forgot about the art, and then just start talking to everyone. And I go, okay, what's going on here? And then, and he's just like, he goes, look, I want you to make these images about our stories. And I go, okay, yeah, I think I can do that. And then started talking, and then I sort of fell in love with the stories. You know, with the van that's cruising around, you know, it was like a mobile sort of funny, you know, where everyone's like learning in the van, jumping off the van, you know, jumping off everything, you know, playing touch rugby and basketball, and just I can relate to that, yeah, I grew up like that. And then sort of did some big sessions for everyone, and then I thought, yeah, I can do this, and then it just sort of started. But as I got into the visuals and started designing everything on Photoshop and trying to get all the stories and everything, as I said before, I think it's probably the hardest thing we've ever done, because you kind of go, oh, this is about real life. Like in my art, I'm making stuff sort of, it's about real life, but it's about my visions and my speculation about things. But this is real stories. It's that thing where you kind of, if you care about the people you're working with, like Jono is such a nice person, and you know, he's so relatable, and I think we're sort of around the same age, and he's going, oh, what kind of music is it? And I said, yeah, I love the Pure and, you know, the Gothic stuff. And yeah, I like that. And you go, oh yeah, and then you relax. And then, you know, I had to mind my P's and Q's because no one swears, you know, so I swear quite a bit. So it's just being an artist, you know, you gotta let it out. Yeah, but I think the thing with art is you're a storyteller. You know, you gotta, you know, I know I'm good at making images and everything, but I think most importantly, you kind of want to tell a story. You want to tell something about your identity, where you're from. So it started off being about me being Afakasi and stuff when I was 18, 19. Everyone thought I was Māori. I just said, yeah, I am Māori. Just for argument's sake. And then at art school, everyone was saying, you should do, you know, Māori carving. And I said, oh, so I'm on. So, and they go, oh, I didn't know that. I mean, but I think it's that thing, you kind of need that when you're doing art. You sort of need a bit of conflict. I think if you're sort of a happy-go-lucky guy, I don't think your art's going to be very interesting. I think you need a little bit of conflict, and then it gets you up in the morning. You know, otherwise, I think if you're happy-go-lucky, you'll be sleeping in.